Welcome viewers, this is Wincher showing you some Battlefield 4 gameplay. This is latest gameplay from the last patch that just launched here, the winter patch. Fixing this game, I think it's a pretty well polished state now, but unfortunately this is too little too late. I mean, this game's been patched for years on end, netcode and such, and unfortunately most of the communities has moved on and we're just treading water until Battlefield Hardline launches. So this is probably some of the last gameplay you will ever see with Battlefield 4 on my channel, and that's kind of a disappointing thing to say because I feel like it needed a better send-off than this, but unfortunately I've just moved on as a gamer personally from Battlefield 4 to the point where it just, even good gameplay like this is not even that enjoyable to me, and I feel like I'm just kind of going through the motions playing the game, but not really. I'm not connected to the game emotionally like I used to be, and I don't have the same feelings with this game that I used to. I've fallen out of love with the game. And I know many of you probably have as well. When this game first came out, I was very excited about it, but you know, as time went on, I think myself and many other gamers just got away from it. And what I want to talk about in this video today is just that general feeling that, like I said, getting away from the game, falling out of love with the game, and gaming in general. I feel like right now we are at an all-time low in the gaming experience out there, that every game launched, whether it's The Order, Titanfall, Call of Duty, you know, Call of Duty 10, you know, Battlefield 5, 4, whatever, you know, it's like every game that launches, it falls very short of expectations and the hype. I mean, there's always this disconnect between the hype and expectations and what's actually there. But the reviews speak for themselves. I mean, every game out there launched lately. Maybe you guys watch Angry Joe's channel. I really enjoy watching his content. But you could just see there, every game that he reviews does not do very well. His scores are very low, and I think they're very on par. I mean, a lot of these 15-minute one-hit wonders that last just for a couple days of entertainment, and you play 5-6 hours and you move on. It's really disappointing to me to see game after game, this hype delayed, even games that are delayed and going back to drawing board fall very short of expectations, just don't last, and they die out instantly. Look at Evolve. I guess that's kind of goes against the grain because it actually got good reviews, but nobody plays that game. I have no interest in playing that game. I said right off the bat it looked repetitive. I guess Angry Joe said it there as well. He agreed as well, and I think that the scores is getting ridiculous, and I agree. But most games are getting pretty lackluster scores, and the experience is pretty lackluster. Yesterday, like I said, it was pretty much crisis mode for me. I just went on there and I pulled out every first-person shooter I could, and I tried to play games, and nothing worked. I played Destiny, Killzone Shadowfall, Battlefield 4, and Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Now let me start off with Destiny. That's a game I've really enjoyed lately, put a lot of content out. I really enjoy the multiplayer aspect of it, but it's completely ruined now for me. They just launched a patch here this week for weapon balancing, and they basically just screwed up the whole experience. And it just blows my mind how developers can just shoot themselves in their own foot. But essentially what they made is auto rifles, like fully auto rifles, are essentially useless. Hand cannons just trump everything. Thorn, last word. And pulse rifles they gave a big buff to, but they're still not viable against these hand cannons. There's always this one category of weapon that just ruins the gameplay experience in a first-person shooter. I've seen this, this most common screw-up I see developers make that I think is an easy thing to fix, but they always seem to get it wrong, and that's weapon balancing. That's what it boils down to. Killzone Shadowfall, I played that. I always loved that game too, but again, the spawn camping, there's always some game-breaking aspect of a game I play. The spawn camping there just makes the game breaking to me. Move on to the next game. Battlefield 4, as you're seeing here, most of the problems I have with this game stem from the vehicles, the size of the maps, and the time to kill. Those three things are my biggest complaints about Battlefield 4 in particular. I've just gotten away from this large-scale, vehicle-centric kind of gameplay. I'm an infantry guy. I need infantry gameplay. And I'm just tired of getting instant death by AEKs at point-blank range. And that's, I'll touch on that with Hardline here in a moment, because there's a commonality there as well. And Call of Duty Advanced Warfare, you know, but for a channel that started with Call of Duty, now I rarely ever play the game. But you know what, I figured I'd try it out, and I just couldn't get over the fact of the community in that game just breaks the game. I heard these two guys, grown men, may I mind you, constantly calling themselves, or calling each other, you know, racist slurs, profanity-laced just angry rants because, you know, one guy killed another, and, you know, cue this the trash talk. But this was on a different level of trash talk. Like, I'm guilty of trash talk, but this was like full on, I am angry, want to kill you type stuff. And I'm just like, what is going on with this community? And I'm sitting here listening to these two grown men criticize everything from their finances to their race to their, you know, I don't know, their eye color. I mean, you couldn't believe the things these guys were going on about. I'm like, what is it with this gaming community? Because never seemed to act mature and growing up. And again, so that left a bad taste in my mouth. So all these games, and it kind of leads me into Hardline. That's my last hope, guys. I'll be honest with you. In terms of my channel, if Hardline fails, I'm done. I'll tell you right now. I will probably just stop supporting the channel for a very long time. I imagine many people will just forget about me. Because my impression at this point in time is, I got, you know, Battlefield's pretty much my content. I kind of dabble in other games, and I just don't. My only hope for me, from my type of experience, is Battlefield. And if Hardline lets me down, that's it. So I went out and pre-ordered Hardline, the deluxe edition. Hit the dislike button now, right? Sell out. Yeah, I pre-ordered it, $70, and I guess I still have to drop another $50 or something on premium again. You know, I went through this with Battlefield 4 on 2 different platforms. I only do it, you know, I did on PC and PS4. Over $200 for a game. That's unbelievable. But I had a lot of hope for Battlefield. Fortunately, it sold me short. So Hardline, I played the beta. I really enjoyed it. I think there's some problems. I mean, you can see my video. I was critical about the destruction. I was critical about the instant deaths. But overall, I just felt like it did really good in Hardline. My gameplay, on average, was much better in Battlefield 4. I enjoyed the aspect of not having to worry about vehicles that much. But yes, there's a lot I don't like. I don't like the graphics. I don't like the sound models. I don't like the player models. By sound models, I don't like the audio cues that the players put out. The lack of destruction, I mean, that's monumental, but what it all boiled down to is I was having fun with Hardline, and that's what I need. That's what I need more than anything right now. I think most of the community does as well, is a fun factor. You know, we can get it all wrapped around the axle about technical aspects and, you know, lighting and this and that. I mean, look at The Order, arguably one of the best looking video games ever created, and it's terrible. So you can have a good looking game that sucks. So get over that right now. But what we need is a gameplay as a first-person shooter, is a game that's fun, and nobody's having fun right now. Battlefield 4 to me is just not fun. I feel like the experience to me is frustrating. It's short-sighted. There's not much control, particularly when I'm playing by myself, because not many of my friends even play this game anymore. It's just nobody cares about it. You know, to me, a game has got to be fun and not frustrating. Right now, every game I've played and I am playing is either broken and/or not fun. It's both, you know, both those aspects. So I need a game that has good weapon balancing, that is not broken, that's fun, and has a good community. So, you know, it's probably high expectations. I know many of you guys are probably just rolling right now, thinking, Winsher, you're out of your mind. I mean, call me the hypocrite, I know. You know, complaining about these pre-orders and the status, and, you know, I'm already kind of leading into Hardline expectations that are probably going to be not lived up to. But like I said, I'm putting it all on the line. I'm all in at this point with Hardline. If it fails, I think, you know, as we've seen many YouTube channels out there die, you can probably just add my name to the list there too, because there's just not much out there for me to even broadcast for your guys' enjoyment at this point in time. Because if I'm not enjoying the game, you're not going to enjoy the gameplay there. And right now, I just feel almost embarrassed putting up this gameplay, just because I just feel a disconnect right now with me and where I'm at with Battlefield 4. But I gotta send it off at some point. I mean, I just remember Battlefield 3. I just sent that game off so well. It was such a good, you know, good experience. Everything where I'm at now was a result of Battlefield 3. Battlefield 4's done absolutely nothing for me, and basically no other game has as well. So hopefully Hardline is it. I think this about sums it up for me right here. This last epic fail kill. This is about where we'll just end it right here. The final kill in Battlefield 4 will be my death right there, as we lose this gameplay, even though I carry the team, and yeah, we still lose. So hope you guys like the video. You know, let me know what you guys think in the comments about Static Gaming, where we're at now, the failures out there, and I know Hardline. I know you don't want to pre-order it, but you know what? You don't have to. But I know you're going to buy it, and you're going to be at a disadvantage if you don't pre-order. That's where we're at now. Hate it for what it is, but that's just the nature we're in. I will see you guys on the battlefield. Thanks for watching.